Geocache talk, a voice on the line I hear, coming through Geocache talk.
Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Announcing the Cache Odyssey Geocoin, a tribute to exploration, accessibility, and the journey we share as a global geocaching community. Each coin represents your support and participation in the Cache Odyssey project and Geo Tours, a nationwide effort to create handicap-accessible geocaches and ensure that everyone can experience the joy of the hunt. With stunning artwork, the Cache Odyssey Geocoin captures both the spirit of geocaching and the heart of the Geocache Talk network. Whether you're adding it to your personal collection or gifting it to a fellow geocacher, this coin is more than just metal. It's a symbol of unity, inclusion, and adventure. And at just $20 each, it's an affordable way to both celebrate your passion and support the future of accessible caching. Don't wait. Supplies are limited. Grab yours today in the Geocache Talk shop and carry a piece of the Cache Odyssey with you wherever your adventures take you.
Hey, big thanks to our new patrons, Angel Bandit, PWC in PC, returning patrons JR and Juju, Birkenstock Report, and Renee. And our featured patrons, tonight we're doing Q and S. And that would be Melanie, she's in Canada, Robert, Scott, obviously Q, Quebec, Melanie, Robert, Scott, Michael, and Matthew. Thanks to all our patrons for keeping this show and the other 3 shows on the air. All right, let's get off to a great start tonight. We got everybody back. We're all here now. The whole co-hosting crew is here, and we're excited to talk treasures tonight, but we got some other stuff we want to do first.
I love treasures. I just want to start out the show by saying that, guys. Love treasures.
I'm going to say I'm in between John and Gary.
Hey, I'm loving treasures now, so I think maybe
Okay, well, I'm going to be the bad guy tonight, then I guess.
Yeah.
If you're between us, though, is this like the old shtick where like Gary and I are like the devil and the angel on your shoulders? Is this
exactly?
Kind of, but I think I need to be the devil on the shoulder if we're going to set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably more of a natural position for you.
Yeah, I know. I do tend to. No, but I'll get into why. But I think it can go great, and it may turn out to be crap. So I want to see. I'll tell you what I think. Where I hope things are going to go.
Yeah, I agree.
It has potential. Let's put it that way until we get into later. So
it does.
Okay.
All right, let's start with this. So we're going to start off with where are we going to start, Don? We're going to start with Twig. We're going to start with Twig.
Yeah, let's do Twig, man.
Start with Twig. This week in geocaching. So yes, there was a comment in the chat room, and they said, looks like Gary is in a hotel room again. Yes, I am in Georgia, the beautiful state of Georgia. We went and did Marooned, and we also found Beaver Cache, and that gives us a June 2000 and a July 2000. And if you're wondering why those dates matter, it's because of Jasmer, good old Jasmer Challenge, which is trying to find a cache from every month since geocaching started. And if you're clever enough, you can loop it. And you can do a loop only 4 times currently. I think hopefully it'll always be around. You never know. I think the Geocaching HQ wants to keep 4 loops available. To finish the 4th loop, you will need to go to Stockholm, Sweden. Well, what do you know? We're taking a trip to Stockholm. Come with us, and you can be part of this. We have the Cache cruise, the Worldwide Cache Cruise. We did Worldwide Cache Con. We did Worldwide Cache Fest. And now we've got Worldwide Cache Cruise. There's still time. Still
I'm
time
going
to
to say
join
that's
us.
either amazing or we need to fire our naming department because it doesn't seem like we're straying much.
Oh,
Oh, I like our names.
yeah.
I get it, it's
can't wait
branding, but we also we seem to be repeating our titles.
for.
Well,
But I can't wait for the next worldwide. Like I'm counting on my fingers. Like
we might retire that. That may be just a trifecta.
Oh.
You know how they do.
No. We can keep.
No.
We can. I mean, it's a dead horse. You might as well beat it, right? Let's.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's not a
Going.
dead horse.
yeah. Well, I mean,
It's a worldwide dead horse.
It's a
Yeah,
trilogy. No,
I want to hear from the chat room though. What worldwide cache something they want to see next?
That's
you
an
know?
interesting question. What can we
Yeah.
do next?
Interesting.
How can we top this next?
I think it's a trilogy, like Lord of the Rings or all the other different movies. Is that we did?
Oh no, we're in now.
we did.
Yeah, I
Con,
mean-
we
Hey,
did.
this is our shtick now. We
Oh,
gotta keep doing crazy stuff. You can't call worldwide and have something lame.
Oh
right?
man,
So
here's one from Happy Hodag, guys. Worldwide Cache Odyssey.
that's what I was
Hmm.
just gonna say. Thank you, Happy Hodag. That's what we
Yes.
hope is next, right?
We are kind of worldwide though. So real quick, I'm finish my twig. Let the other guys get their twigs in. Yes, on loop 3. I am on loop 3, trying to finish loop 3. So a couple other quick notes I wanted to mention, and that is that when you go to do marooned, and this is something I think that people don't mention, because marooned, you typically go to Captain John. If you go out and look at Captain John Lake Lanier, if you go Google that, you'll find Captain John. He does an excellent job taking you out to marooned. Now, the thing that I think people don't realize, and that is you can do a tour, and I've got a tour shirt. Jesse's done the tour, but I've got a shirt I want to show y'all that you can get from Captain John, and there's the caches that you can get. There's a bunch of caches in the area. So if you really want to do the whole tour, I highly recommend doing the tour. There's a lot of cool caches out there. There's a lot of, you're out on a boat. I mean, come on, it's beautiful out there. And you're hunting caches on islands. I mean, what better thing to do than go hunt? And I don't know, Jesse, you can back me up on this. I think they were all ammo cans. I mean, they were all big containers.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. So it was a great day.
It's not hard to find any of them.
No, but there's some terrain. I mean, I got, you're going up some hills on some of them. And so you got to kind of prepare. They are not able to be hunted by some folks who have accessibility issues, just to let you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like that. But
It would be a really long swim also. So
yeah, it would be. You could kayak to some of them, but man,
you could kayak to it.
you
If
could
you're
kayak.
a kayaker, yeah, you could
Yeah,
kayak.
you could kayak to all of them, but it's just a great time. He does a great job. He basically takes you straight to the island and goes right up and gets right onto the shore and lets you he's got his little box to get you to step on and get onto the island, and you're ready to go. So I mean,
It's
great
It's
time.
worth taking the trip with the boat, even if you have your. I mean, because he has a bunch of stories that he shares about the stuff in the area.
Yes.
It's a tour, truly is a tour, and other cachers and stories. He's interaction with other cachers and stuff like that, and he's a fun guy. So I would pick that over just renting a boat and doing it for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. So
What is the cost, Gary? Do you know? You can look it up on the website. It's not expensive.
It's not bad. It's kind of per person, and he kind of has it broken down by if you want to do just marooned, it's one price. If you want to do the whole tour, he has another price. So and he's like Jesse said, it's well worth it. He's
It was cheap enough that we definitely tipped the guy at the end of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was worth it. It was worth absolutely every bit of it. So, and it was
Nice.
enjoyable. He made it fun. It wasn't just like you didn't have to go and explain like, no, this is geocaching. Really, there's no treasure to it. You know, blah blah blah. The guy was there, motivated, ready to go, and he was excited about it. So that was cool.
Yeah,
That's
he
awesome.
has a cache on one of the islands too, John. So
Really?
Yeah. So and he's found every one of them. So he kind of knows.
Cool.
And he can help people if they're like up on a hill and they can call him and say, "Hey, we're in a spot," and he can go, do you see a large grouping of rocks? And it's like, "Oh yeah, we see the large group of rocks." Like, go check over there. So he's found every cache. He knows obviously well. He knows geocaching well. He loves people to geocache. He's got a big size boat, so he actually checked with him, and I think he can take. Gosh, it's like a party boat. So.
There's a travel bug on the boat.
Yeah, there's a travel bug on the boat.
I mean, if you're going out there, for anybody that doesn't know, that's part of that trip. Don't do it some other way. Don't try to come up with a new plan. Everybody do whatever you want, but you're missing out on an experience if you do that.
Yeah.
There's a few people that have set up kind of stuff like that, those tours, and what's the other one we talked about the other day in Michigan or whatever. But
Power Island.
Yeah, if you're wanting to have those stories to tell, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really is. That's just part of that's what you're going to bond up. You know, when you talk to somebody else, I've been out there too. Yeah, I talked to Captain John. Yeah, it was great. I mean, that's really part of the experience, in my opinion. But
that's awesome. I'm going to have to remember that, guys, because I'm thinking I was thinking this fall initially, but I'm thinking maybe this springtime I got to go down there. And it sounds like, number one, the guy's got a boat. Number two, the guy's knowledgeable. Awesome person, it sounds like. And then the phone a friend factor. I didn't even know about the phone a friend factor. That's pretty sweet.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to put his information in the show notes so you can contact him. And he is very flexible. We were unsure about the hurricane coming through down here. I know Jesse probably is keeping a close eye on it as well. So I'm not too far from him. I'm in Georgia, and we had to move up our trip to Maroon, or we hoped to move up. And so I contacted Captain John. I said, "Hey, is there any chance we could do it on Sunday?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got an opening. Let's do it." So
Nice.
It was really great of him. We had it scheduled for Wednesday, but we're like, we're not sure at the time. You know how hurricanes are. You never know.
True.
But we wanted to try to stay ahead of it, so we moved it to Sunday. But anyway, that's my twig for the trip so far. Last quick note was you guys will love this. We did Clemson and Auburn, and we did webcams.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So we've found a bunch of webcams on our trip. So, and we got some more webcams to go. So it's kind of cool that they're still alive and kicking. But as you guys know, if y'all don't, you guys don't pass up a webcam if you can't afford.
I want to get 7 more, and then I'm going to stop getting them.
Just stop.
Oh man, are you going for your even number?
Yeah, it'll be 50. So I'm just gonna let it go after that. Unless they do something and bring them back out, I can lock that in at 50 forever.
Yeah, they're not coming back. I know they don't want to.
No, I mean they're going extinct, guys. Let's face it.
They are.
It's a dumb cache type now. Anyway, you know it is. You all know it is. We've had this discussion a million times.
Yeah,
it was cool back in the day. Back in the day.
That would have been awesome. If they could make it happen that way somehow, I would love it now. Like, you have to phone a friend somehow, and it has to be like on a home computer. Yeah. That would make it so much more exciting. Just doing a selfie is not an icon type. That's just not a.
No, you're right. A selfie cache should be a new cache type on its own.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Right?
Please no.
There's already another listing service that'll do that for you. It already exists. You can go out there. You can do webcams over there.
Called TikTok. Go check it out. So
no, I meant another web listing, like open caching. You can do it there.
Yeah.
So competitive Dawn says that she's going to find one more than you, Jesse, just to be competitive.
Good, because I don't want 51. If I'm going to lock it in, I want to lock it in at like an even, like a good number to lock it in.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my twig. Thank you guys for letting me talk about that. I will talk about coins in a moment, but that'll be when we're right before we get back in. So what do you guys what do you guys have for this week in
Oh
geocaching?
man, I got a bunch, guys, because I got to
Okay.
make up for last week too. And on this one, we have a picture of you, Gary, doing some of your caching on there.
Oh gosh,
I
yeah.
won't tell you
Keep it
how
cash.
I got the
How'd
picture.
you get those photos? I want to know how you got those photos.
I'm not going to tell you exactly, but I'm just going to say I have like 50 others just like
Oh my
that.
God.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's
you know,
not fair.
all ready to go on social media. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, you know, and a few things on here too. You know, shout out to Houston, Texas, Dave, Worldwide Pizza Con. Love it, Dave. That is a genius idea, my friend.
Terrible plan.
And then also find a pizza cache in each state challenge. Love it on that one too.
Find a pizza, dude. That's funny.
I love both of those. But yeah, so guys, last week I was on a work trip to the Adirondacks, and I got to tell you, there were so many good caches going up there on the way there and then back on that one. But oh man, and Gary, you're having pizza. I love that, man.
I got to. Go ahead.
Love that. Love that. Well, behind me, guys, right here in my background here, this is a picture that I took of a pizza at the most favorited pizza cache in the United States, believe it or not. I was able to stop there near Pulaski, New York. The cache name is Pizza. And it has, I think it's like over like 70 favorite points. It's just really awesome on that one.
So
but,
great, they named it twice.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and no spoilers. It's in the view of a Little Caesars, but it's not at a Little Caesars. It's at a local mom and pop place that you have to go to. But yeah, I celebrated with this beautiful Hawaiian pizza. And I don't know if you can see, it's really funny. Like on there, if I lean over to the side, it says Bear Hat Carry Out. They didn't ask for my name. I was just wearing a bear hat and they put Bear Hat like on there to give it to me. But that was awesome. But I got to talk about a few other quick epic caches too. One of them, I avenged a 4-year-old DNF, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
Holy cow.
It was 4 years ago. I went to find a cache Jody and I did in a swamp in the Adirondacks, and didn't work out, my friends, you know, but I logged the DNF. I took that as a badge of honor and I said, I will return. And one of the things, I don't know about you guys, but we got drought conditions up here in the Northeast.
Uh-huh.
So when I was looking at the map, I said, you know what? These drought conditions are a perfect time to return to a swamp and look for a geocache.
There you go.
And it was because I went through and luckily it was much kinder. But in there, I actually went through and found, and it was pretty cool. They had like braille, like that was like hammered in through nails, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know braille.
Yeah.
But the area where it was at, there was like no cell signal either. So some people like took a picture and then like drove, like got out of the woods, got out of the swamp, drove, got to a place where they had cell signal, figured out, and then came back to the swamp. But anyway, bottom line, I have to give a big thank you to GC Wizard, because GC Wizard saved me big time on that one. So no cell signal. The app already downloaded on my phone, used it to go through, get braille, and boom, I was there. I found the final on that one.
So you had it downloaded to your phone, and it just happened. It was perfect timing, or whenever you downloaded it. But you didn't have signal, but yet you could pull up GC Wizard.
Yeah,
absolutely. With the braille. Okay.
Yeah. So big pro tip to people out there, like if you're ever in a spot you don't think you're going to have cell reception, you need to solve a puzzle, GC Wizard saved my tail that day.
Oh,
so
that's
just
awesome. Yeah. Very good.
Big shout out. But but another one I just wanted to give a shout out to, and I post on social media, I found a cave cache on my way back. I don't know if you guys saw those pictures, but it was pretty cool. It was called Forgotten Cavern. And it was a cave where back in the day they had like tourism around here, where they had like underground boat tours where people could go in there. Totally abandoned now.
Underground boat tours.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Caverns?
So yeah, it's like caverns. So you're in the caverns, and then you're on a boat, and then like you just go all around there. I can't remember. I think it's like a couple miles in length.
Oh, nice.
But it was pretty crazy, because you just pulled up abandoned tourist attraction, and then you go find the way into the cave and go down and then find the cache. So
that's hysterical. Abandoned tourist attractions. There's a website for that.
Sounds like a fun one though.
Yeah, it was, and it was one of those things like in full disclosure, they, said they got property owner permission. So that made me a lot more comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
Where
It's in a cave, right? Like, you don't know.
Yeah. And it was funny though. I took like one herd path going in and I took another path going out.
Mm-hmm.
And like on the path going out, there was like a toppled over sign and it was like haunted caverns this way.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'm like a little happier finding that on the way out than the way in, I guess.
Now, was this a physical cache that you found?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking virtual or earth cache or whatever, but physical cache is really cool.
Cache, man.
I like it.
But it was pretty cool. But yeah, just and there's so many I can talk about, but found a couple of cool letterboxes, like old school style.
Oh wow.
One at a cemetery involving angel statues that was really cool.
That's neat.
And no spoilers, but it also involved a fake tombstone as well too. So that was pretty awesome.
That is cool.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
And then another letterbox on a trail on that one. So it's kind of like fueling a little bit more of a letterbox one. But a couple of big things I wanted to share hiding wise. I hit a new adventure lab, guys, and you'll probably never guess what it's about. It's about I Love New York.
Macaroni.
No macaroni, Gary. No macaroni.
Kites. Oh, we're not guessing. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. About I Love New York pickle facts. So pickle facts about New York.
That is weird, but okay. Hey, it works. Whatever.
My friend Wild Bill Jabber, he reached out and he said, hey, do you want to hide an adventure lab at the Eden Angola rest stop in New York? So I said, sure. And he goes, you got to make it New York related. So I figured like I Love New York pickle facts. Just it was a marriage made in heaven. What can I say?
What is this? This is a lab farm. How many are there on this one?
Oh, geez. I don't even know, Jesse. It's like a bunch, man. Not like 600 yet,
Right now, like West Virginia. We sat at 600 one night.
But it's funny because people are freaking out about those here. And I've looked like in Amsterdam. There's one that's got thousands in it.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, and people are here, they're like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to get 500 fines by sitting in a parking lot. Over there, they're throwing thousands into a park. They don't give a crap.
Right.
Yeah.
I just love that. They're like, yeah, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Lori, the pizza ninja, you need to do a pickle fest. Someday, Lori, I want to do a pickle pizza picnic. I'm not sure when, but it's something I think that needs to happen.
You have a community event? Did you get one?
No, I wish, man. I wish I did. That would have been incredible.
I've still got one I got to do. So,
well, if you want to make the pickle pizza picnic happen, Jesse, I mean,
if you'll be there,
yeah, let me know, man.
Sweet. All right, I'll host it before the end of the year.
Okay, awesome.
That means you have to come to Florida. So
yeah. Florida's like my second home. You know that, right?
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. But guys, just another couple of quick ones on here too. I did have an earth cache get published this week too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually near that site of the Adventure Lab farm on that one.
Nice.
So that was cool to get out on that one, and a big one too. I mean, just to put out there, Cache Odyssey guys. I had a whole bunch of people find my Cache Odyssey New York on the way to Fall Fest.
Oh, nice. Yeah, going up to Ontario.
Yeah, and I know like what is it? All Things Earth Cache. Like, yeah, he said, hey, I'll start my recovery period post Fall Fest Mega in Ontario. Yep. Yeah, tons of people went up to that. Tons of people stopped by. But the cool thing, when I checked Cache Odyssey, the leaderboard, over 5,000 favorite points right now.
I know, it's amazing. We've done that much.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Fall Fest when you were out with Cache the Line.
Oh,
so Jeff May, he mentioned about Fall Fest and very excited about it. He was helping out and getting that ready for last week. So, yeah, post Fall Fest now. But yeah, so all right. We wrapped up, ready for Jesse to do a few.
Yeah, go
it's
for it.
It's going to take me a long time. So the rest of the show, guys, I got it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the rest of the show. Well, we won't do any more shows. That's okay.
I don't have anything to report.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I'm working on a hide, but I think I have one cache that's not even worth talking about. I don't think I've even logged it. It just happened to be where I was at the time. I wasn't even going for one.
Like, are you ashamed of it? Is that the reason why you're not logging it, or?
No, it's just so lackluster when you find a. I'm just not into finding pill bottle throwdowns right now. So now, if I park next to a lamppost, I out of habit just lift it when I'm somewhere new. You know, if I don't know, I just do it out of habit and I found ones that way before. So, we've been really selective about what we're finding lately, and I'm trying to think of how to, like we talk about, you start a new cycle of stuff right now. Well, I'm trying to find the new thing that I'm going to do next. We're still trying to figure it out, but I think it's going to be related to old labs. And now that you can sort them by type, historical and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we had cleared out the virtuals in Colorado. So I'm thinking about seeing if it's possible to clear out the virtuals in Florida now. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something new, but
Cool.
like going parking lot shopping. I mean, cashing right now is just it's out the window for now. Yeah. So I'm not into that phase. I'm sure I'll do it again. There'll be a phase where I do it again, right, or whatever. Or maybe if I had to find a random cache somewhere to, I don't know, to really treasure the experience, I might do that. Oh, come on, nothing for that one. That was great.
Yeah, perfect segue for treasures. Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Really?
Before treasures, one quick note. We'll get going. So we've got some coins that we're giving away. We've got coins that we are. If you make a donation to Podcast of Hope, all the proceeds that you for these coins are going to go to St. Jude. So the first coin I want to show you guys is the butterfly coin. This is can be purchased for $50. It's a donation. Remember, it's not you're not purchasing the coin. You're making a $50 donation to St. Jude, and we are going to send you this coin as a commemoration for that. Is probably a better way to put it.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it, because it's not a coin we're selling. It's
right,
a prize for donations.
It's a prize for donations. So if you give 50, we will then pass that on, and all the proceeds are going to St. Jude. That one's the $50. This is the $100 coin, and it is unbelievable. Again, limited edition. We're not doing this. This is because this is our 10th anniversary, our 10th year.
Yeah. And somebody asked how big they are, because they look huge.
Oh my God!
Big.
Let me show you. Okay, so
I think the reason for them being so big too, one of the reasons is this is more of like it's a geocoin, but it's more of like a trophy.
It's really,
you can put up and say, that's
it's a thank you, really, right? Yeah. So the next one I'm going to show you is huge, and I've got some coins here that we can reference for you to show you how big this thing is. So this is the $100 for if you make a donation of $100 to St. Jude. This coin is what you will get, and it is an amazing coin. I got some light behind it.
Oh man, that is super cool.
Yeah, you can see the.
You got to describe that for audio listeners, because I mean, like seeing that in video is just incredible.
It is a stained glass coin. It's got Geocache Talk on it, and this is in commemoration. If you were to go to St. Jude in their chapel, they have stained glass that's similar to this. So and at the bottom there's a slogan that is in the chapel there at St. Jude, and it says that they shall live. So we wanted to include that in the coin as part of the stained glass, and in a commemoration. So we got Podcast of Hope. It's a beautiful, beautiful coin. It is. I'll show you real quick the dimensions so you get a feel for it. So here's a poker chip. We got that from Captain John. In case you were wondering how that relates to Cache Odyssey coin.
But Cache Odyssey coin is a huge coin too.
It is, but it gives you an idea. Okay, so now let me show you the St. Jude versus Cache Odyssey.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Okay. So now you see how big that is. Now you know the perspective of the Lego coin.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for the Lego coin, and I'm not going to give that away because that's a spoiler. That's a spill the beans. I'm not going to give.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's a Lego coin. We'll talk about that one day. But basically, the other coin now dwarfs that coin. So look how big the.
Yeah, that's a monster.
This is a 4-inch wide coin, and if anybody is interested, or anybody who collects geocoins, go to your collection and quickly look. And I bet you've got very few, if any, that are 4 inches across. That is just an amazing.
It's like a medallion.
Yeah,
So,
for real.
Again, incredible coin. It's stained glass. It's beautiful.
I think that's the coolest thing. The stained glass is, I mean, obviously the whole thing is donating for St. Jude, but I think I've never seen a stained glass
I haven't either.
coin before.
That just blows me away, guys.
There's very few stained glass coins that are ever made. And again, all the proceeds. Geocache Talk Network is going to get zero profit. We're going to give all the proceeds because we're at 75,000 and we really want to try to get to 100,000 this year. And again, it was our 10th year, so we wanted to do something special for everyone, and so that's what we did. So,
yeah.
All right, let's talk treasures.
Treasures.
Man, I'm excited.
So, a few things have come up, and I want you guys to sort of comment as I go along. I'll read some of these and get you guys to sort of kick them around a little bit and see what you guys think. And the first one I want to mention, it's our notes may be kind of out of order, but I wanted you guys to comment on something that is fairly new. If you go to the app, the geocaching app, and I think you can see it too in a couple of different places, but the geocaching app's where I want to really ask you guys about. And if you've got active treasures, and there's the treasure page, if I can bring it up and show you, may not show up, but anyway, if you pull one up, it gives you information, and the button is what I want you guys to comment on. There's now a button, and I don't know how long the button's been there. I don't think it's been there for very long.
It's been there for a little bit.
A little bit,
yeah.
For a month or two, maybe not maybe not that long. But there's a button now that says "Generate Treasure Map." So whenever you want, you can push a button, and it'll give you a treasure map, so you can look for treasures.
It's very Project GC.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, fair.
Well, they have a relationship with Project GC, so I would almost guess that that's a very similar code, a very similar way they're doing it. I mean, they have a partnership already.
Yeah, but how clever is that, and how great is it to have? Boom, just like that, you know that cache down the street will fulfill a treasure.
Yeah. I love that because, I mean, you can see HQ is investing into the development of their app to support treasures. And really you can see, I mean, from when Brian Roth appeared on Challenge Talk and talked about treasures, for one of the first times, that whole concept, now those intro level ones are out there.
Yeah.
And just to see the further integration with the app on here just excites me because, let's face it, right? So many people just use their smartphone for going out and geocaching. And, you don't want to sit in front of a computer sometimes for like hours, do research, and then go out. Sometimes, especially with this one, like you can just go out, start finding treasures and really gamifying it easily right away. So kudos to HQ. I love it.
Now, the first thing that this makes you think, though, because I gotta say, well,
here comes Jesse. Here comes Jesse. Here comes Jesse. Here comes Jesse.
Any new thing that comes out with HQ, I give them the benefit of the doubt because I'm excited, right? And we talked to Brian, and we talked to some people about it. They're sometimes we hear about it ahead of time, sometimes we don't, whatever. But if it's that kind of thing that they're trying to release or whatever, so I always get excited because they're excited. I truly feel like they want these new things to come out. However, I'm also a little bit pulled back from investing too much because we don't need to beat dead horses named,
Yeah.
leaderboards and all that other stuff, but where it goes.
Okay.
And, you know,
Yeah.
other
Somebody's
things.
so smart. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, leaderboard
But
failure.
I'm also happy. I don't want to say it make this sound wrong, but I'm happy that we have some of those losses to point to because that means they're trying things.
Yes.
If everything they did succeeded perfectly, they're really not pushing the envelope at all, right? They're not even trying. So
And nobody bets 1,000. Nobody bets.
no,
1,000.
and if you do, then you're sandbagging. There's no doubt about it, right? But
yeah, absolutely.
so exactly what you said, the fact that they added that button, which is not a hard thing,
No.
means I feel like they're trying to do something good with it. And we're gonna talk about some more stuff they're doing too, whatever. But that gives me the same hope. However, I got because we got to push. Got to push a little further.
Yeah. All right. Next
Let's
one.
add that. Hold on, wait. They need to add that button to challenge caches. Now we can
Let's
move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
I just need to throw that in there because we're going to run out of time, and I really
like
want to talk
it.
about some of the stuff we're talking about.
No, actually, I love it. Yeah, I love that. So, all right.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
ask
cool.
you guys about this. So, in September 2025, Treasures has a new look update.
Mhm.
Most collections no longer require completing other collections first. The only major exception is that the Geocaching Origins collection must still be completed before some others are unlocked. So, what do y'all think of their change to the fact that you no longer have to finish a collection to go on to the next one?
I'll jump in first because I'm going to give an answer that people probably don't think I'm going to give. I actually like that they're given options. And normally I would say there needs to be a hierarchy. You know, you do this one, you get harder to do this one. But Christy brought up a good point, and we were talking about this on a walk. And she was like, well, what if it comes up and I don't want to do anything in that? She goes, I'm stuck forever. I have to do that to go on to the next one. I was like, that is a very, very valid point. Now, of course, she said, what if it's got to do earth caches? She goes, I just quit doing treasures then. I'm like, okay, I got your point. But then, you know, and then I thought about it. I was like, okay, like they have the tools of the trade one or whatever else. I may have already cleared them out in my area. And that sucks if you have to, like, you can't do any of the other campaigns because of that. Or there's ones you just can't do, right? There's some, and we know that this game is open to everybody. And HQ is very good about that too, just like we are. Like, how does this affect everybody in the game? Yeah. So the fact that they raise the terrain and stuff and they're doing difficulty and stuff on some, I'm glad they're now branching it because that means they're not going to have to throttle it back or lock somebody out. They can open it to a lot of different possibilities now. So normally I would say, get over it, do something harder. But in this case, I think that's actually a really good plan, what they did.
Very good. Yeah. John, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, this is one of those rare instances I'm going to agree with Jesse, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's bound to happen, the odds, right? But yeah, I mean, I think it's like one of those things, like I like it because if somebody's like, not interested, you know, like if somebody, and I hate to say it, I mean, but there's somebody's out there that may just be like not interested in events, right? So, I mean, for them, like just taking a look at the one that requires people to go to events, like if they don't want to focus on that, they don't have to focus on that. Right. They can do something else.
Yeah.
You know,
in parts of the world, events are just not as frequent as they are in other parts, right? So that really could lock somebody out if they didn't give them options.
All right. Let me ask you about these now.
Okay.
Active collections and priorities for premium versus basic, which we've talked about, Jesse and I've talked about for years. It's like, I don't even remember what basic looks like, so I can't really tell you anything about it. So
no, it's so much so that like if I go caching with anybody in my family that's like getting into it, they'll start asking questions like, "What can I get here and here?" I'm like, "Just stop. Give me your phone. I'm paying for your caching now." I'm like, that's not gonna do. I don't even want to talk that language. So like, we're going caching. I'm just there. You go. Here's premium immediately. I don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely. I've gone caching with people where it's like you stop in the middle of the trail and you're like, just get premium right now. It's just,
yeah.
You know, it's such low cost. Just do it.
Yeah. So
it's like you can't even imagine. Like, I imagine having to like maybe you got in trouble and you could only use like basic service for a month. You'd be like, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. All right. So premium members can have 3 active treasure collections going at once.
Mm-hmm.
Basic free members can have only 1 collection. Among your active collections, there is a priority order, first, second, third, obviously. For premium, which matters when up next slots open. This gives more flexibility in targeting what you want, like you're saying about.
Yeah.
If you want to go to events,
Yep.
you take that collection, you move it down to your third, and you just leave it there, or you don't even activate it. I mean, there's an activate button, so you don't even have to do that. But certain collections are not time limited, and they put in quotes for now. So we'll see what happens. The first 4 treasure collections released are available indefinitely, not restricted by expiration dates, so you can pace yourself. And then there's a tip about if you aren't doing many caches right now, want to wait for better collections, you won't lose out by not pushing to finish immediately. So what do y'all think about this whole new active collections versus not activating them, and then priority order? What do y'all think about those?
I got to put it on this one because I'm kind of ticked off. And when I say ticked off, it's more I may be ticked off at myself, to be honest, on this one. Because so I was traveling last week, right? And before I traveled, like I already earmarked my collections. And I hate to say it, I love treasures, but treasures were not in my purview for this one. So they weren't in kind of like my primary mission. They could have been like a target of opportunity if they were enabled. But I went through and I found some caches in there that were on my list that I didn't have those active collections enabled. And then afterwards I enabled those active collections, and I'm like, man, I was so mad at myself because I'm like, if I had those enabled, there's probably at least 3 caches I got that would have gotten me a treasure onto that one.
Mm-hmm.
So in saying that, I was mad at myself, but then also on this one, I'm like, I wonder if HQ could have done something in this trial period to be like, hey, you found this cache, you don't have like it enabled in your active collection, but you could, enable it.
Yeah, like tie it in, like, hey, ding, this might be something special for you.
Yeah, because to miss out on that, makes me wonder. And I'm not trying to like gamify the rules, but I'm like, if I was there, should I like enable the active collection, delete my log, relog that cache to get it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So not saying should I, but just saying like, should people?
No, I'm saying you should do that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Judge Memphis says,
why wouldn't you? You're not doing anything you just forgot to activate something. You're not changing your log or doing anything else.
True.
Totally legit. I would do it.
Yeah.
Owen was saying, he goes, I like the hierarchy. I do not like that you have to add them for caches to count. I deleted and then relog caches.
So here's what I would say about that. I agree with what you're saying, but I guess I'm agreeing with you, but I think there's some room to grow here. So I like that they're trying something, right? That's a new ad, and it means that they're thinking about what they're going to do eventually. And just like somebody said, like tiered challenges, I don't think any of this limits them being able to do, because I'm really looking forward to those, right? Like, and I was going to talk about that later too, but I think they're building in functionality that they're giving people options, but they could also lock something in if they wanted to, like, this is level 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. You can't progress if you don't. I think they're building the framework to be able to do all those things I hope they're going to do, and people are mentioning in the chat. So
yeah, well,
I say this is also a good thing. I agree also that with what you said, that part's bad, but I believe they're just sandboxing it right now. Really, I mean, it's they're going to see what sticks, and they'll find a way to make that clean later.
Yeah, and I like what Christ our King 987. If you do not have any enabled, it should just give you any treasure you're qualified for. I agree with that, or it should prompt you. But I know, and I'm just kind of hearing some people's reactions about Adventure Labs in my mind, where they're like, "Hey, can't I just turn off Adventure Labs?" So for some people, if they're anti-treasure for some reason, not saying you should be, if they don't want that element of the game, they could turn it off.
Sure.
But I really appreciate what Jim's saying here too. Time limits could be bad if a person is laid up with an injury for a length of time. I totally hear that, Jim. I've been there, and that would be a real bummer if they made it so it wasn't accessible to a lot of different audiences, for sure.
I don't think they'll do that at all. By no means. They're not doing that.
All right. So what do y'all think of this next item? So the criteria for, quote, finding treasures varies widely. The criteria are based on cache types, difficulty, terrain, etc. They've been doing as we talked about earlier, there's events now as is a part of a treasure collection. Tools of the trade is a different kind of deal. So again, you're adding in a pretty wide range of cache types, difficulties, terrains. The tools of the trade one I think is kind of interesting. I wanted to give an idea for you guys that I didn't really ever thought about before. So real quick, we don't have a lot of time for this, but I wanted to point out I have got a tool that you can use for some caches. And I don't think people realize this because I don't disc golf. So if you don't disc golf, you've never seen one of these. If you do disc golf, you probably own one of these and you just didn't realize, you know what? Maybe I should take this with me when I go geocaching because it's got these hooks on it. And you can use that to retrieve a cache that's up in a tree because this thing extends like 12 feet. So again, making use of a different sport, but also something that's out there that you might want to think about purchasing. So in case you're wondering what this thing is and might be something you want to put in your tools, and it's a disc golf retriever. And I had never seen one before, but now I've got one, so I'm excited. All right. So what do y'all think about the idea that the attributes or the treasures are trying to become more multi type with terrains and cache types and everything? They're trying to expand it out into the like tools of the trade. You're including all these attributes. So
I think it's
16
great.
feet. Sorry, not 12 feet, 16 feet, but you get the idea.
I think it's great that they're using it. I kind of look at these as another type of like universal challenge cache. There's some validity to having some challenges. And like I was going to say later, where I hope they go with it, I hope they make a fizzy out of this. I hope they make one that's a full, it's unlimited lifetime. You can do it whenever you want to, but that's your fizzy now. And now you get like a souvenir or a treasure for completing your fizzy. And that's something you can mark on there, Now, whether they do loops later or not, but it's the perfect opportunity to do that because challenges are, there's a people thing, but not everybody has all the challenges in every area. So I think it's a neat way to expose that to everybody in the world. Gets an opportunity to do. There may not be a lot of challenge caches where they are. So now souvenir and treasure is where there's a little bit of blurring of lines.
Yeah.
What I'd really like to see them do is stop making any souvenirs that are not location based. And then move all those other things like Earth Cache Weekend. They can easily set that up as a treasure, right? A lot of these things kind of make that over there because I think I know some people really, really love treasures. We have some friends of the show that really love getting treasure. I mean, no, not treasures, souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
I'm not crapping on souvenirs, but I would love to see it like get reined in more. Yeah. Where it's like new country, new, thing like that. Because I don't even look at it. I'm not against them, but I don't even look at the souvenirs. I haven't gone on that tab in a long time. Right. So
yeah, I'm kind of the same
way. I would probably actively seek treasures before I would seek souvenirs, which sounds weird, but I think treasures can be more robust than what they can do with the souvenirs. Yeah. Yes, I am not saying souvenirs are a bad thing, but I would love to see that more of a regional deal and these be more like universal challenge caches, I guess.
Yeah.
Jason, sorry, John, I'll let you chime in. But John and Mary Lee said the treasures help folks in my area use the attributes. That's an interesting comment. So go ahead, John.
Yeah. So I got to put out there a few things, guys. Is one, I wonder if souvenirs in the future is just going to be related to finding like a cache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like a special day, and treasures are going to be more of like finding multiple caches, perhaps.
Right.
Or like specific types on that one, so it's more kind of collection based. I love what Nesmuk put out here. So Nesmuk got cache put in the chat room. Our treasures getting new caches tailored to the treasure criteria in your areas. Because as you were saying this, Gary, I was thinking
Yeah.
like many people's local caching community may not be rich and have a lot of
Yes.
these caches.
Correct.
So these may get people to think differently, like, hey, I should hide one of these in my local area to get people out there for that treasure, to make that treasure eligible. Part of me also thinks on that one, is this going to kind of create more of a refreshing of the game board? So if people like create something where it comes out and it fulfills the criteria, then they nuke it like maybe 6 months to a year later, to, you know, give something else available for their local community onto that one too. So
I
to
would
me,
like to see that for sure.
yeah. So to me, the question on this treasures, which I think could be really cool, is does this really influence your local caching community and help strengthen your local caching community to come together?
Yeah.
Because I'll put it this way, I won't tell what community this was, but one time we went to a GIF event, not in my local community, but in another community. And, you know, at that one, it was very interesting because at that GIF event, you know, people were talking afterwards, okay, who's hiding this one or this style cache coming up, you know?
I like that though. That's a good benefit.
Yeah. So it was kind of very much like a interesting coordinated effort onto that one. That I found that like incredibly interesting, and it kind of blew my mind like when I first heard that, you know, but I loved it.
So a couple things that they've mentioned, strategic tips and hacks. So I want you guys to comment on some of these and think. So the first one is that for premium members, always keep 3 collections active. Put your low-hanging fruit or easy collections in your first slot, since that's prioritized. I don't know if that's really, you know,
it is important.
It is okay.
I did it recently after the switch. I
Right.
found one recently, and nothing special about the story, so I'll just keep it short. But
Sure, but
it qualified for 2 different things. But if you don't have it activated, it picks what, you know, this is right before this changeover. So I thought I was getting it for one group of treasures, but it fit the other one more closely. It qualified for both. And I was like, I know I just found this. What happened? I didn't realize it had got that other treasure. So I think now this is a good thing, because one cache may satisfy 3 things or whatever, but if it goes to the wrong one, that may be the only one in your area that satisfies the other one. So quite a big difference.
Very important.
I'll tell you guys, I agree on this one, with that enabling. I also wish, and maybe this is just me, so you let me know if you feel differently, I wish HQ would add in their lists on their app a better way to add that note field. So if you're looking through, right, and looking at your, like, planning your trip out for the day,
right,
and kind of planning like collection 1 or something like that on that one, because I'm a big list person in here.
Right.
And oftentimes, like, if I'm going out, I have like a date and then a location, you know, for that list.
Right.
But on that, like sometimes it's kind of like, I just wish they had that note field. So if it was like, let's say I'm going for a hidden date and I'm like a hidden date primary and then a hidden date secondary.
Yeah.
But now with treasures, right? Because I mean, legitimately, if you made your big list and planned out your day, you'd probably have like, okay, Jasmer month needed, DT needed, you know, enable, you know, collection for this. So it just seems like to me there needs to be better planning. You know, with that, especially in that list function.
We kind of joked about having AI involved in the app before.
Right.
I think this is where that will go, is you can set those parameters. Like when I open my phone for the day, it's going to tell me, you know, what kind of day are you trying to have?
Right.
And it'll plan your day after that based on all these lists you've made. Like, you know what? I got 8 hours today, and, you know, I'd like to knock something off one of my challenges. What can I do in 8 hours? And boom, you have a caching day. Like Cache Tour just spits out, well, if you want to do these, if you want to target these today, just like John said, I'm trying to work on this and this and this. You want to hit a 1 Jasmer and 3 fizzies today? Is that what you want to do? You have time to do that.
Yeah.
Come on. That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be incredible, man.
So there are some things that I think you got to think about in that vein, and that's one that Jesse ran into the other day. And so it's in the tips and tricks thing, is that when you're doing treasure collections, you need to really pay attention to what the specific requirements are
All of them.
for that particular treasure.
Yes.
Because Jesse, you want to tell that story again real quick about how you were like,
Yeah,
hey,
we just went out to find ones, and
you're like, what
we,
the heck?
I did a quick search for them, and I'm like, oh, I'll just add these to the list, right? I switched over from there to Cashly. So if they had that map feature that day, it would have been different. But I just manually pulled some over in Cashly, and I think they hit 3 out of the 4 requirements.
Right.
Every one of them. And I kept going, and I was like, this treasure suck. It's not updating for nothing.
How long does it take to update?
I'm not updating. What's going on?
You're like, why don't they
It wasn't
update?
updating because I wasn't qualified for anything. I didn't pay attention to all the details.
Dang it.
I
I got to keep
had
paying
to
attention to
change
that.
everything we did. I forget what one we left out. It was something.
Right.
And I was just like, man, there's a trail. I'm just gonna knock these out. Bow, bow, bow. And I was like, 6 of them. None of those counted for anything. Crap.
Got to double check them. So, all right.
So look at the details, and it'll make it a lot more fun for you, for sure.
Since some collections don't expire, geocaching origins, for example, don't burn energy rushing to them. Save those for when you're in a cache drought or just need easy progress. Focus your attention on time-limited collections first, if there are any. Obviously, there will be some, and you'll want to focus on this. So that's not a bad tip.
Are there any of them that are time-based right now?
I don't think they are now, but
I don't think they've done that yet. I see that as more of a. I don't think they're going to do like find XYZ in 30 days. My thing is, I think they're going to do like it's Earth Cache Week or International Geocaching Week.
Yeah.
You got to find something during this week to make this one count. Whatever you got to do for that, you got to make this count. Find 3 Earth caches or something.
Yeah. So the comment is that certain collections are not time limited, and the quote is for now, but you never know.
Yeah.
So,
I think they will be, but that's not an issue yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
All right. So let's switch gears as we finish up the show. I'm going to ask you guys a few questions about what you would like to see in treasures. So what would you like to see for the future of treasures? Do you want there to be some challenge-based treasures? Do you want there?
Hold on, wait. We're not jumping over that. Come on.
No, I'm just saying that there are going to be several items, but what are some things that come that?
So let's just I think there's a bunch of them, but the challenge that you said, I think we can't jump past that. And the reason why I say that is I'd love to see it as the best of a universal challenge, like badge gen, and then the belts. That's the way I envision it in my head. I've always wanted to do something like that legit on here. And I don't mean, be an exact copy, but now they have the opportunity to do that. They can set these challenges, and because we're list people, right? We want to check things off the list and everything else. And I think there's some things that are so universal that it makes sense to have them in this format, like Jasmer, Fizzy, things like that.
Right.
Calendar, you could do that because you could see, whoop, whoop, whoop. I get treasures for them this month or whatever. Those are easy things that don't cost anybody anything, but then you can kind of display them. And here's why, like, nobody wants to go in your challenges and see what you've done, but you want to display the work that you've done. This is a better way to do it than, go look at my challenge, or I've listed all these challenges out. You've got the souvenir, so you've done Fizzy. You've got this, or whatever. I love that potential. So I think the biggest thing is the challenge. And one other thing, put it on the main dashboard.
Oh, right.
Your profile and geocaching and other stuff. Take that list thing off because it's only got favorites on it. It's not even lists. So take it away because nobody wants to read your list as much. If they do, there's another way to get them or whatever. Make that tab the treasures tab. So you can show them off like you do souvenirs or whatever else. And I think if they go that direction, I'm super excited about it.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some other areas too, John, that you've come to mind?
So, I mean, to expand on a few things, I mean, with Jesse, it's like I would love if you could do that and emphasize like some sort of regional competition, so if it was like people in your area as well too, to see how the treasures stack up.
Okay.
I really appreciate a few comments here. Super Chuckles just held a pizza event. Love that, man. Just saying. But coming to Jason and Mary Lee Angel Bandit, I love the comment where they said, I think it'll help with events in our small area. We are trying to do an event a month, and we're excited to see this new set of treasures. I love what that local impact is, and I would kind of love to see like what treasures big events could have too, because imagine if it was like a mega event or even a community celebration event, and if you could define just like treasures just for that event. So like you
Right.
go in there, you scan an NFC tag or something, and then
Mhm.
it's like boom, here's some treasures just for this area
Yeah.
Right.
that you can get right now over this weekend that you can't get anywhere else. Because I think making it kind of like just a short time frame will kind of help to gamify it, incentivize it, and I think we'll add another like cool element, you know, for people
Mhm.
as well too. So I'd really like to see like what that integration is with events. Um,
FTS too, right? We know that they may add FTS with this as well, so that'll make a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
real quick, GeoTribe 5 says, I think it will help new geocachers start to attend events because
Yeah.
now
When they want to, yeah, because
there's
the
a whole collection
treasure.
for events. So what are
Yeah.
y'all's thoughts on that?
yeah,
Well, I think if done right, what John's saying is exactly what I'd love to see, you know, whether it's regional. So maybe you can, you know, kind of use this and the leaderboards at the same time, and you can set your own for the area or whatever. That'd be great. Maybe the state groups could do that or whatever. But I also would like to see and a new feature on there, but also a balanced version of it. I would love for them to, because you know, if you incentivize something too much, people are going to cheat to do it. So I would love to see some of these, like when they do the bigger challenges, like whatever it is, Fizzy or whatever else. I would love to see loops. Now,
yeah,
having said that, if it's loopable, people will compete for it or whatever else, and they'll fake whatever. That's what's ruined, like the Fizzy challenge. People put out fake ones all the time just to get people fizzy. I would love to see like if it's a Fizzy, I'd
Yeah.
love to see the public treasure for that be one thing, but then on your side, you can see how many times you've looped it.
Yeah.
That makes it so
Mm.
there's not that challenge out there to like steal everybody's trackable and share it because
Yeah.
it's a stat. You know, it's not going to fake all these things. I think that way you can be proud for doing it, but then be super competitive with yourself without being public about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got a few starred comments. Let's go through those and
Okay.
we'll start to wrap up. Crystar King says, make it harder to have tiered challenges.
No, I don't think it would. We talked about that a little. I think we already addressed that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
keeping that open so where like I think the tiered challenge will still be there. They'll just have different
Right.
lanes and options for it. Like you can't skip around. If you're
Yeah.
going to do this, you'll have to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think they're keeping that functionality open.
Florida Math Freak says, give treasures to mega events like they do Adventure Labs.
Oh wow, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of. I would think that's a lot of programming, but Adventure Labs is too, I guess. So I like that idea. If they can do it, and I'm not the back. You know, I'm not the coder guy. So
I
Yeah.
like that, and I'd like to take it a step further. Right, reward people who are epic cache hiders with creating some of their own treasures, you know, unique to an area. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that would be really cool to make some very rare, unique ones.
That would be neat.
you know, if they
but
did
it has to
right,
be for solid, legit cache hiders.
Yeah.
You know,
could they do a treasure for hiding caches?
Oh, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they'd have to really temper how they did it, right? Like you don't want somebody going out and hiding 1,000 trash caches, but maybe like the complete hider
Yeah.
for hiding
Sure.
one of every type or
I
something.
want every type. That's what we
Yeah.
always, yeah.
That kind of.
I
would
love
be-
that because I
not
think
like a volume version though, right?
Yeah.
You want a quality, not a volume.
Quality.
Or
Yeah.
maybe there's a treasure for on your. You can't really control it so much, but like for getting 100, 200, 1,000, 10,000, you know, favorites.
Yeah.
Do something like that where the public one could just be favorited hider, and then you could, you know, see it in the background, the number or whatever.
yeah.
So I think there's a way to do that, like say to mark that, like this is an awesome hider. He contributes a lot to the community.
Yeah.
And I just think, I mean, you got to gamify the hiding element more too. And if this is
Yes.
the way to do it, you know, because I mean, if it wasn't for the hiders, I mean, this game wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There
I
was-
think you can do a if we're just spitballing ideas, but
Yeah.
lonely caches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's you collected, you know, and it could again public side say lonely cache hider, you know, finder or whatever. On the backside, you're stacking them up every time you find one that fits that criteria, and you know,
Yep.
or that you're checking on the cache that hadn't, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of things like just maintenance for caches, and
Yeah.
Cleaning up archived caches.
Yeah.
That could be, I cleaned up an archive cache. There's, we've talked about things like that before.
Sure.
There's a lot of if they go with those, awesome. If they stagnate it, it's very sad. I hope they don't.
So there was a comment that was made. They said that we had someone drive 2 hours from our Cito.
Yeah.
So obviously treasures, I think, well, we don't, maybe it's not obvious. More than likely, treasures affected these folks driving 2 hours for a Cito.
It's just like a souvenir, right? Or a challenge or anything else. People will drive out of the way for the weirdest crap if it satisfies something on a list that they're doing.
Yeah.
We've all done it. We've driven many, many states over when there's thousands of caches we haven't found in our own state. So I think that's what you want to do. And if HQ can control that, that's a really good thing, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
There's a Cito season, or there's a whatever.
Oh yeah.
People they can point stuff where they need to be, or like one that says stop hiding LPCs. If that was a great one, they can do that, or encourage people to hide other stuff besides traditionals, right? There's a lot of things HQ could target.
Yeah. So apparently they found out. Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's funny. They did. Yeah.
100%. That's awesome. There you go. Perfect.
You've driven to Citos or done busy days. Another one they could. Well, that would be bad.
Yeah.
That caused people to cheat way too much. It's not even worth doing anymore.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things they could do with it though. And target like the good stuff. Like, whatever.
So we got one more, and then we'll kind of do a round the horn. We'll wrap up. But what do y'all think about this one? Owen from KC says, idea. HQ could send the event CO a QR code that has to be scanned for credit.
Oh, I love this one.
Like to claim the cache?
I think that's what he's talking about. Is if you want to claim this event, you actually have to go there and scan the QR code. You can't go, hey, I was at your event. I didn't see you there. Yeah, I showed up. It was great. And just leave. And you're like, I don't think they were there.
So I think this could be connected to Project Lodestone. So if people don't know Project Lodestone, search for Project Lodestone. We've talked about it before.
Yeah,
we talked about it on a recent gadget talk too, where basically like HQ is making NFC tags. They had a short run that were available through their store. They sold out, that were communicating. And if you look at Project Lodestone, one of the things is they want to integrate those within Mega Events Adventure Labs.
Right.
So I think that's their way of authenticating somebody's actually there doing it at that location. So I love the use for stuff like this, because I mean, I think if you're there and it like unlocks some like secret treasures, because there's treasures, there should be secret treasures, right? Something that would be up even further. Like unlisted, like you cannot activate. It's totally unlisted. I think that would be awesome.
But it's just a reward for doing something well.
Yeah. So, John, for another show, we can't answer this tonight. Would you like that to catch on and rate all the other cache types? That you had to scan it to show that you found a cache?
I think it's
don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Okay.
We'll keep
I'm just throwing that out there to make people think about it, because
that
can be so controversial. You know what? We need to do a poll, because I'm very curious what people actually think. I guarantee you this one's split.
It could be for sure. All right.
Could be fun.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let's go around. So I'll make some quick comments and get you guys to chime in. I actually, obviously, early on, I joked about treasures. Everybody knows my two jokes about getting the ketchup packet and the unused napkin as treasures, and
squirrel or whatever.
That was fun. Those were fun to do and all that, but I really think that they're starting to step it up. And again, I used my little tool here and got caches out of trees, and that was my tool of the trade to get those treasures. And so that was fun. Those are caches I normally would never go for, but it made me want to find something. And again, this case, this kind of tool could be used. And so it really changed for me my outlook on treasures. The fact that, and now with the generate the treasures on a map, man, come on, that to me that's a huge thing. So anyway, those are my comments for tonight. One of y'all go next, please.
You know, I'm gonna go next, because you guys know I love treasures. I love that HQ is testing out new things in the game. to kind of spice it up and to
Right.
to make it unique, especially for people who have played the game a long time, and are looking for that like what's next type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chrysler King, they need to do a ketchup packet dedicated to Gary. Oh,
Thank
man.
you. Appreciate
If we-
that. I would do that that night.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I bet you would. But I mean, I love it. It shows their commitment to innovation, to changing, to trying new things. And, even for listening to the HQ podcast, it's like from Boutron, Sean Boots. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you can see they've tested this out. This has been something like longevity wise. And I'm already excited just to kind of think about the cool things they're going to do next year with this, know, because, this has to be like a test run. Like they're doing this, they're getting it out, they're getting feedback, they're analyzing it. And I'll just say this again. I'm excited. I love treasures.
Great. That's awesome. Jesse?
I'm excited for what they could do with it. And for the first couple of weeks, I thought, oh gosh, are they going to do anything good with this? Or this is going to be just another lame souvenir, right? I was very encouraged when I saw they were playing around with the difficulty, the tools, and the attributes, stuff like that. That means they're at least considering making some things that are, most of the souvenir campaigns are like, you get them by accident, right?
Yeah.
These at first, and you got most of the treasures in the beginning by accident. You did get them by accident just by traveling around, right? But I don't think that's true anymore. So that gives me a little hope.
Sure.
Like, that's why I don't pay attention to souvenirs, because I've got over 300 souvenirs and I don't even try for them. It just happens. So they just automatic, right?
Yeah.
So I really am encouraged by what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I hope they continue to do it for things that they've kind of looked for ways to do for a while, FTFs and universal challenges and a lot of the things that we really would like to see. They have the potential to do them here. Yeah. Now, having said that, there's going to be people that have no interest in these at all. Good, don't. And there's going to be people that are all over this. This is their only thing that they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's great. I just hope it becomes a big positive and not another. Well, people are going to complain no matter what, right? Like, how could that possibly affect you? But people are going to complain about it. So,
leaderboard sucked.
I would love to see the ideas I've heard already, like events get some that you can only get by going to a mega event. Okay, going to a mega event, not everybody can do it, but it's a huge deal. There should be something extra there.
Put a treasure in there.
More people that waiting in the food line. So I think with Adventure Labs and treasures like that, those things are awesome. That they could do a lot of those things.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Do we have anything going on? What's the next thing we got going on?
Oh man, so just to update people, because I mean it's crazy, right? Just to think like September is almost coming to an end, right? And we know the first Tuesday of the month is Puzzle Talk, right, guys? A week from this Tuesday, we're going to have Puzzle Talk. They're going to talk about spooky puzzles.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
tis the season.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to it. Charles and Tom, man, it's every time I tune into Puzzle Talk, it's like incredible to see like new puzzles that I've never heard of before.
Oh yeah, that's incredible.
I love how they do that and highlight it.
Excellent. Well, thanks for that. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Again, the coins are out there, can be purchased right now. We've got obviously Cache Odyssey, but we have the Lego coin. And there's a reason why it's a Lego coin. We'll talk about one day in the near future. And then we have the cool. Put a light behind it. You really have to kind of see it with a light behind it to get the real feel for it. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you got to have a light. So it's the stained glass. And please remember, these donations are going to go straight to, going to be us. We'll get you a coin, and then the money is going to go to St. Jude. So we're not keeping anything. There's no profit that we're going to make off of any of these coins. So all that money is going to go to St. Jude. So if you want to, and I think Jesse, you had a thought about that to wrap up tonight, was that this can be people's, if you're thinking about donating during the show, you can do that as well. But again, we would like to give you something for your donation. If you would kind of up your and a lot of people aren't able to, but if you could up your donations this year just a little bit, you can get a really cool coin. So think about a $50 donation, you're getting like a $30, $35 or $40 worth coin, because this coin is amazing. I do want to mention too, we mentioned last week about our new production manager, which is Dawn Treadway, Lost and Found 28, and she designed these coins.
Oh
So
man, she did an incredible job.
Yeah,
she did an incredible job. So hats off to her for making these or designing these, and they are incredible coins, and they're worth investment because, again, the money's going to St. Jude, and it's worth. We need to up our game. For us, Geocache Talk, we want to up our game and to continue to give as much money as possible to helping battle childhood cancer. So, again, thanks everyone tonight, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
May your finds be many, and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.